At the Florida Holocaust Museum in St. Pete, Boxcar 113-0695-5 is a symbol of evil.
The boxcar was used, to hurt people.
Though Hitler didn't even see the Jews as people. No, just like the boxcar, he numbered them too, as he crammed them into those boxcars and hauled them off to his concentration camps.
Boxcar represents hate, ugliness,
and murder. Many Jews would suffocate in here, and the Nazis killed others when the cars arrived at the camps.
Eine leere Idee, nicht ein leerer Formalismus.
That was Hitler's final solution: death. Exterminate every Jewish person there was, like Margot Benstock's dad.
My father's name was Max Fisch.
A German Jew.
I was his little girl.
And Irene Weiss's mother.
Her name was Rosa Katz.
Born in Austria.
She loved art. She loved to cook. She was very bright.
Yet Hitler wanted to erase them from existence. And if he'd been successful with Margot's dad, she would have never been born. And if he'd been successful with Irene's mom, she would have never been born either. But boats like this one are the reason they're here.
This boat represents good people and hope.
Yes, a boat. If boxcars were vehicles of death, boats like this were vessels of life. And I'm about to explain why. This is Denmark. 80 years ago, both of Margot's parents and both of Irene's parents, all Jews, lived here. But in 1943, word leaked Hitler was planning to round up all 7,800 of the Danish Jews, likely put them on boxcars, and send them to camps, where he'd order many of them killed.
It's inconceivable to think of it and understand that there's such evil people.
The Nazis were evil, but the Danes were good. See, on the streets of Denmark, a plan was hatched. Quickly, Danish Jews were told to get down to the docks. Quietly, they boarded fishing boats. And secretly, Danish boat captains helped them flee Denmark to a place where Hitler couldn't get them. An escape to save their lives. The captains prayed the Nazis wouldn't notice who they had on the boats.
It was very clandestine, absolutely.
They would often hide below deck, sometimes covering themselves in fish to avoid being spotted by the Nazis.
All my mother said was that she was very claustrophobic, and they put her in the bottom of the boat, and she was petrified the whole time.
But she was alive, along with 7,200 Danish Jews, almost 90% of the Jewish population in Denmark. They escaped by boat to freedom.
What they did with these boats was human and kind and caring for their fellow countrymen.
And a story worth being told.
Feels peaceful.
Yes, it's a positive feeling.
Which is why Margot and Irene, who both now live in Tampa Bay, arranged to have one of the few remaining rescue boats moved from Denmark to the Florida Holocaust Museum in St. Pete, where it will go on display.
First time I saw it, I cried. I really cried.
Because even though her father's parents, his siblings, and his 9-year-old niece were killed at Auschwitz, her dad survived because of a boat like the one she and Irene are touching.
It's part of history, the good part of history.
Boat KE-16, nicknamed Thor, a vessel of hope, a symbol of good. Jeff Butera, Spectrum News.